Oh hi. Togo, the state in the Western Africa bordering on Ghana in the west, Benin in the east and Burkina Faso in the north. In the south the country owns a small part of the coast of the Gulf of Guinea on which the capital of the country of Lome is located. Toponym Togo, agrees one of versions, comes from a word in Ewe language which means the area on the side of a lagoon. According to other version, the name comes from a gadronym of Togo. In 1905 the German colonial authorities called the colony Togoland, and in 1960 the country declared independence and received the name Togolese Republic. Is known of the ancient history Togo a little. Archaeological finds demonstrate that ancient tribes were able to do pottery and to process iron. In the middle of the 15th century there arrived Portuguese here, the slave trade was adjusted. At the end of the 18th century the city of Lome was founded on the place of the settlement of the people of Ewe. In 1884 Gustav Nachtigal signed the contract with several local leaders on the establishment of Protectorate of the German Empire over Togo together with a part of the territory of modern Ghana. His borders were defined after occupation by the German troops of internal regions of the country and the conclusion of agreements with France and Great Britain. On January 1, 1905 the territory of modern Togo is announced by the German colony Togoland. During World War I Togoland was occupied by Great Britain and France, the Anglo-French condominium is proclaimed. On December 7, 1916 the condominium broke up, there was a division into the English and French zone. On July 20, 1922 Great Britain received the mandate of the League of Nations on management of the western part of Togo, and France east. In 1945 the country acquired the right to send 3 representatives to Parliament of France. After World War II the regime of guardianship of the Union is introduced. Management remained beyond Great Britain and France. On October 28, 1956 after the referendum of Togo received the official status of the autonomous republic as a part of France. In February, 1958 France provided to Togo the status of the republic, having reserved the right to control questions of defense, external relations and finance. In April 1958 elections to the Chamber of Deputies were won by Party of Committee of Unity of Togo. The new government was headed by Sylvanus Olympio. On April 27, 1960 Togo declared independence. At the election of the President of the Republic in 1961 there was Sylvanus Olympio, having collected 99% of votes. The opposition boycotted elections. On April 9, 1961 the Constitution of the Togolese Republic according to which the National Assembly became the supreme legislative body of Togo was adopted. In December 1961 the heads of opposition parties accused of preparation of anti-government plot were arrested, the decree about dissolution of opposition parties was issued. On January 13, 1963 there was a military coup during which Sylvanus Olympio was killed. In the country a state of emergency was declared. Military delegated the power to provisional government led by Nicholas Granitsky. In May 1963 Granitsky was elected the President of the Republic. The new management pursued policy of development of a relationship with France. On January 13, 1967, owing to a military coup, Nasingbe Adama came to the power. The ban is imposed on activity of political parties. In November 1969, the Association of the Togolese People Party is created and the one-party system is introduced. After military regime of Adama was elected the President of the Republic. In 1986, Adama was re-elected on a post of the President of Togo. In 1983, the program of privatization started. In 1991, activity of political parties was allowed. In total, Adama ruled the country of 38 years, several times. In April 2004 in Brussels, negotiations between the European Union and Togo on cooperation renewal took place. In 1993, the EU was frozen by partnership, having regarded Adama's re-election in 1993, 1998 and 2003 as occupation of the power by him. On February 5, 2005, Adama died. Under the constitution, all borders of the country were closed, and the chairman of the National Assembly, Fambar Ouattara Nachib, had to become the acting S. But as he was in Benin, military delegated the power to Adama's son, 4S in Nasingbe. The amendment allowing Nasingbe to be in power in quality of the President of the Republic till 2008 was made to the constitution. The international organizations called actions of military coup and urged to hold elections in Togo. In February 2005 in Lome, the protest action against unconstitutional change of the power took place. The government of Togo, in response to it, imposed a ban on demonstrations. The country occupies the space of 56785 km. It is extended on 579 km from the south on the north, and in the widest place has width of 160 km. The northern part of the country plains occupy, the central part, the plateau with average heights of 200–400 meters above sea level. In the south, seaside plains with lagoons and low clumpy mountains which cross the country from the southwest on the northeast. The highest point in Togo is Mount Ogu -987 meters, the mountain system Atakora, which is a part. The longest river is Mono, its length of 467 kilometers. The river flows on the south. Along the mouth of the river there passes the border with Benin. The Lake Togo is the biggest in the country. Its area is about 50 km and depth of 2.5 meters. In the territory of Togo there are minerals, for example, aluminum, graphite, dolomite, iron, gold, limestone, kaolin, marble, phosphates, table salt, uranium and chrome. The climate is equatorial, hot. In the south damp and in the north of moist. Average annual temperature, +24–27 C. The most part of the country is covered with savannas. 10% of the territory of Togo make the woods. Now there is a reduction of forests. It already leads to impoverishment of fauna. Population -8.6 million. Annual gain -2.7%. Fertility -4.7 births on the woman. Average life expectancy -58 years at men, 62 years is at women. Contamination, a virus of an immunodeficiency. HIV -1.6%. Literacy minus 75% of men, 47% of women. Assessment of 2003. Ethnic structure, about 45 tribes, the largest UNA Cabra. Religions. 51% profess native cults, 29% Christians, about 20% Muslims. Christians are presented by Catholics, Methodologists, Presbyterians, Pentecostals from the Assemblies of God, Adventists. Togo is the republic. The constitution of the country was adopted by a referendum on September 27, 1992. In 2002 and 2005 amendments were made to the constitution. The head of state, the president of the republic, he is elected by vote for a period of 5 years. The President of the Republic has the right to dismiss Parliament, the National Assembly. Legislature, the unicameral National Assembly consisting of 81 deputies. It is chosen for a 5-year term on a direct general election. In the foreign policy, Togo is guided by the non-aligned movement, though it supports strong historical and cultural ties with Western Europe, especially with France and Germany. The economy of Togo is based on commerce, re-export, and on agriculture. At the same time, a considerable part of food is imported. The main export goods: cotton, coffee and cocoa. Besides, Togo takes the 4th place in the world on export of phosphates. The gross internal product makes $4.767 billion. 2017. On DDD of Togo takes the 155th place in the world. A gross internal product. At par purchasing power. Per capita minus $1660. 2017. On DDD. PPS. Per capita, Togo takes the 180th place in the world. Agriculture. 47% of DDD, 65% working. Coffee, cocoa, cotton, a yam, a cassava. Tapioca. Corn, beans, rice, a millet, a sorghum. The cattle fishery gets divorced. The industry. 25% of DDD, 5% working. Extraction of phosphates, processing of agricultural products, textiles, drinks. Services industry minus 27% of DDD, 30% working. According to 2007, the total length of highways is about km, of them with a hard coating minus 2376 km. 1999. The main roads go to depth of Togo through the administrative centers of areas. A transport corridor for an outlet to the Sea of Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and along the coast of the Atlantic Ocean. Length of the railroads is 568 km. 2014. Cargo transportation is mainly carried out. The main lines go from the capital of Togo of the city of Lomé, Polom, Aneko, to Blibo and Blida. The international airports: Takin, of Nasingbi, Adama near Lome, and in the city of Naimtugu in the north, in the area of Kara. The main seaports: Deepwater Lome and Tukitma. Lome is the main port Togo. Goods turnover of the port of Lome of 8.7 million tons in 2013, that makes about 80% of national commodity turnover. Lome is important point of transit of freights for a number of the states neighboring to Togo, which don't have an outlet to the sea, including about 0.8 million tons. 2013. For Burkina Faso, Tukipma is specialized port for export of phosphorates. Navigation. Seasonal. On the Lake Togo and the Mono River. A branch to Lome from the underwater West African gas pipeline. Lagos, Nigeria, Takoradi, Ghana. On export volume in 2017, Togo takes the 135th place in the world, import the 103rd. Export minus $1.63 billion. 2017. Re-export. Goods from Europe and Asia to the neighboring countries of Africa. Oil products. $339 million. Gold. $200 million. Crude oil. $116 million. Phosphorates. Phosphates of calcium, $100 million. Cement. 99. $2 million. And also various agricultural goods. Cotton rock, coffee, cocoa, oil-bearing crops, including palm oil, etc. The main buyers, Cameroon 15%. $253 million. Lebanon 11%. $174 million. Burkina Faso 8.2%. $134 million. India 7.4%. $120 million. And Benin 6.6%. $107 million. Import makes $8.15 billion. 2017. Including oil products. $3.5 billion. And crude oil. $1.05 billion. Industrial goods, including motorcycles. $232 million. Food, including palm oil. $152 million. And not refined sugar. $115 million. The main suppliers, China 17%. $1.4 billion. Belgium and Luxembourg 13%. $1.05 billion. Nigeria 12%. $1.01 billion. South Korea 12%. $0.947 billion. And the Netherlands 7.9%. $0.646 billion. The negative trade balance is $6.51 billion. 2017. The state TV company and the public TV channel Toft. Television Togolese, Togolese Television. It is started on July 31, 1973, the state radio company and the state radio station Radio Lome. The Togolese army is considered the most organized and equipped in tropical Africa. The number of the servicemen is 900 people. France plays an important role in preparation of military shots and hardware of Togo army. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.